There's so many things to be angry about, and my phone won't ring unless I call you out. But the kids seem good and that'll do.
Assalamualaikum, my name is Abdul Rahman. Welcome to my YouTube channel Islamic and GK Vlog. Now we are going to talk to you about Alexander the Great. 356 BC to 323 BC, Macedonia was a small kingdom in northeastern Greece that rose to become the dominant force in the region in the aftermath of the Peloponnesian Wars. From 350 to 338 BC, its king Philip to 382 to 336 BC placed all of mainland Greece under his control. As Philip was preparing to invade the Persian Empire, one of his bodyguards assassinated him. Philip's successor was his 20-year-old son Alexander, who had been tutored by the philosopher Aristotle. Alexander's conquest would go even further than his father's, stretching from Egypt to modern-day Pakistan. In 334 BC, Alexander launched an invasion of the Persian Empire. He spent the next decade fighting in Asia and North Africa. Although he was often outnumbered 2-1, he never lost a battle thanks to his inspired leadership. In addition to his skill as a strategist and tactician, Alexander was also a master of logistics, ensuring that his men were always well supplied. By 330 BC, Alexander had conquered the vast Persian Empire. Unsatisfied, he then moved on towards the Indian subcontinent, advancing to the Hydaspes River in 326 BC. At this point, his men, who had spent years away from home, refused to go any further. Alexander was said to have wept because he could make no further conquest. Alexander then settled in Persia. He began to adopt the local dress and customs and recruited Persians into his army and administration. This, together with his marriage to Roxana of Bactria 340 to 310 BC, the daughter of a Central Asian nobleman, angered many of his Greek followers, creating tension between them and Alexander. Undeterred, he remained in Persia and began planning an invasion of Arabia. In 323 BC, while he was in the city of Babylon, Alexander died. There were suspicions he was poisoned as part of a conspiracy against him, although it may have been a disease exacerbated by his years of campaigning and heavy drinking. After Alexander died, his empire broke up. It was too large for one man to hold together. His leading generals divided the territory among themselves, starting their own imperial dynasties. The most enduring and powerful were the Seleucid Empire 312 to 64 BC, which extended from Anatolia to Central Asia, the Antigonid Empire 306 to 168 BC in Greece, and the Ptolemaic Empire 305 to 30 BC in Egypt. Assalamualaikum, thanks for watching.